Cheers.
Oh yeah, now's the time. Do it again, Jake. Come on, baby.
I'm so bad at this.
You gotta do it.
Water bust through when bus moves.
Yeah,
Stay
you-
true, the killer, they stay smooth. Handsome brothers stay set in the mood, but they wanted funky rhymes from the brother so cool. Trying to check the vibes and set the conversation. The keenest minds to find this observation. I'm on 10 podcast, so don't not face it. We'll be the first to declare our greatness. Checking out, check out, I'm checking it twice on the weekly. I'm busting, cause busting is life. If you don't know, now you do though. You should peep game and be cool though, cause your part is crucial. So get on the movement. If you ain't busting, don't know what you doing. Wasting your time and ignoring the truest. Some of the realest, they greatly influence. Kings in Montana creating a movement. Scrapping or rapping or laughing or acting. It really don't matter, cause this is our passion. We busting and trusting. It really is something when it comes to our family. You know that we love them. That's how we roll. Montana in the house and we taking control. Podcast kings in the place to be. We taking over. Just wait and see. Slow down and catch the vibe. Weekly buzz, but we on the night. No boasting, true and tried. It's Buzzword, it's ride or die. Slow down and catch the vibe. Weekly buzz, but we on the night. No boasting, true and tried. It's Buzzword, it's ride or die.
All right, we are
Welcome
back.
to the Weekly Bus on Fight World Live. We are going back to back this weekend. We just had Ty Emery on, and now we're with the boss, the man, the myth, the legend, who needs no introduction, but here's one anyways. He goes by the name Mr. David Feldman. Let's go.
Hell
yeah.
Come on.
Intro song of you guys was lit, man. That was all right, man.
Let's go. Shout out to So Cool,
That's
man.
so cool. Our brother, actually.
Our brother made us that special.
Yeah,
How you doing, boss?
I'm doing good, man. Doing good, buddy.
It's good to have you back on. It's been about a year now, a little over a year.
All right, yeah, man. Well, just chilling today with the family. They're making cookies. I'm eating them, and getting ready for this big trip to the Middle East tomorrow. 5-day trip, 3 different countries. I think it's going to be really, really good for us.
It's awesome.
That's gonna be awesome. So you'll be back home for Christmas.
Yeah, I'll be back home Friday, and then I got my little Christmas party I do on Saturday.
Oh, there
Word.
we go.
What's your favorite cookie?
Nice.
They make these the little peanut butter ones with the Hershey Kiss in the middle.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
That's the best, dog. Yeah.
It's got to have the nut in it, though, the almond in it.
Yeah, I'm allergic to almonds, so the
Oh,
wife,
damn. He says you're trying to kill me.
so the wife sneaks an almond in every now and then. She knows
Yeah.
I'm do it. She, when she's mad at me, she sneaks an almond in my
Just let you know.
Swell you up like a balloon.
But she puts the allergy pills just in reach.
She's all got the EpiPen like you want it.
That's hilarious, man. So you've had a hell of a year, and I don't want to get to the total recap yet, but damn, holy shit.
Yeah, no, it was a big year. Just going to show everybody the fam. I got my wife, my daughter, nephew, cousin, and mother-in-law. And
Hello.
What's
Hey,
up,
what's
family?
up, hey?
Yo. Welcome to the Weekly Bus.
Save me some cookies.
so, yeah, man, we're just we're gearing up for an unbelievable 2024. I really, looking back on 2023, I can't it couldn't have went any better. I mean, some bad things happened, but a lot of really, really good things happened as well. And I think it put us in a great position for next year. And that's why I have these calls. I have these meetings. I have a lot of really big stuff coming up because, I pride myself on values, like on the one thing I live by is always do the right thing, right? Like,
So you always tell us.
To fuck people. There's an opportunity to cut someone short. There's an opportunity to make it easier on you. But the end of the day is if you don't do the right thing doesn't come back to you. And, I'm a firm believer in karma. And although some people may say that, you didn't pay this guy enough or that guy enough. All in all, and as a whole, I think we do a hell of a job of taking care of everybody that's on a part of our team. And I think
You got a business to run, David.
I think karma's going to kick us back in a good way this year.
Oh, yeah. You guys have been crushing it.
It's crazy you said that exact line because I don't know if you recall, but last year when we ended the show, you said ending on a note of advice is do the right thing, boys.
I don't.
That's fucking crazy, man.
And you know what, man? I mean, it truly is. And like this Saturday, a week from yesterday. I'm going to go to the Middle East tomorrow. I'm going to be back on Friday. On Saturday, I'm going to have my party, and I'm going to be able to give the 5 guys that started this company with me a life-changing bonus for them. That's going to absolutely change their life. So,
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
go.
that was huge for me because anybody that follows my journey know that I'm all about just doing the right thing and changing people's lives. And I got the opportunity to, if this thing goes where it's supposed to go, all these guys' lives change forever. You know, they really have nothing else to worry about. You know, obviously things have to go the right way, but if they do, they all just got a big enough piece to really change their life.
I think with the level up from last year to this year, I think everything will be fine.
You're
Yeah,
the right
think it'll
head
go the
at
right
the
way.
operation of, you know, I mean, you're the right head to man this operation. And I think you got a lot of people who have a lot of faith in you, and all for the right reasons, because your track record's extremely proven.
When with the team that you've built around you and just the success that you've, like I said in the press conference, that you just seem to every event, it gets bigger and better, it just, you've obviously built a good team around you, and the success you're seeing is because of that,
Just like Rico said from Billboard Nerds, from crowds of hundreds to selling out 8K plus. Like, let's fucking go, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just keep going and let's not stop here. I got, this week was really unbelievable. Some of the people that reached out to me, I can't mention who it was, but like people that told me that, I was out of my mind doing this are now telling me, hey, let's have a meeting so I can invest in you. It's just like, that's the kind of shit, like proving everybody wrong, man. And staying focused and making sure the shit happens.
Well,
And knowing
you
that they're
keep
now,
saying you got big shit going, but like, let's talk numbers. Your numbers are proving that you got big shit going. Would you have like 18 million people worldwide tune in to 56?
man, that was just incredible.
we had, like I said, on the pay-per-views, it sucked, but we had 1.3 million or 1.28 million, whatever it is, verified unique IP addresses that pirated the event. Now, it sucks because I know all those people wouldn't have bought the event, right? But 20% of them would have, and that would have changed all of our shit, like all of our bottom line, our top line. It would have changed everything. But 1.3 million people plus another, whoever else bought the event, watched that stuff live. That's higher than anybody else out there, man. It's really.
I want to go on record. They were saying that Ryan Garcia, his huge boxing fight, barely pulled in that. You know what I mean? Like, you're pulling in boxing numbers, boxing pay-per-view numbers is what I'm saying. It's insane.
Yeah, I mean, it is, and it's good, man. I mean, like I said, we haven't even scratched the surface yet, man. We really haven't. And some of the people that are reaching out now, it's really unbelievable. Like I talked to a big person. I don't want to mention who it is, but a big person in the royal family over there on Thursday, and he was like, "Oh, David, you're doing so good. It's a pleasure to meet you." I said, "It's a pleasure to meet me." I'm talking from
David, if you get in with the royal Saudis over there, they buy Rolls Royces for people on GP.
Great. Oh, hey, that'd be nice if they can send me back with one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They're like, what's your address? They'll be there in a few weeks.
Well, we appreciate the production level, man. My cousin buys every BKFC. They always do a watch party for every
rituals,
UFC, BKFC, but they've really been getting into BKFC. And my first event I watched was Knucklemania 3, and what an event to watch.
He's our new guy.
Yeah, and so it's awesome we love having those parties there, and there are plenty of people around here that support, buying those pay-per-views. So keep it up. The like I said, the production levels are awesome. And,
the product is sick, yeah.
And speaking of the Knucklemania 3, thanks for bringing the boys out.
If
y'all don't know. David,
so we were part of last year's giveaway, and David privately sent us enough money to fund us to finally go down and make one of our full crew out-of-state trip. Was our first, actually. And since then, we've gone to probably 30 out of town events together as a crew since then. But you were the first, man.
I took my first flight because of David Feldman. So thank you, sir.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
Oh, man.
I put out a post just recently when we turned from Salt Lake, because what I said was fucking true, man. You changed. I said, this is the man who changed my life, man. I was obviously, before you knew me, David, I was on a pretty good trajectory myself of changing my life around. But what you did is changed my life. You know what I mean? I changed my own life around, but you excelled my progression in a way that no one in the world would have expected.
Yeah, I don't think that I changed your life, man. I think I gave you an opportunity to change your life, and you took the steering wheel and made sure it happened. So, hats off to you yourself, because look, anybody can be given opportunities, right? Like my son, for instance, I never gave him a fucking dime. Like I didn't. I mean, a little bit here, a little bit there if he was stuck, but I never fucking ever gave him a silver spoon ever. I gave him opportunity and he fucking ran with it. And he's so fucking successful right now at 30 years.
Yeah.
Crazy, right? And so, look, I helped give you guys opportunities, and I'll do that again in the future. But you guys ran with the opportunities. You didn't just sit there and sit on an opportunity. You made it happen. So, anybody that's going and making stuff happen, man, hats off to them.
Coming from you, boss, that's a fucking massive compliment, man. We have been working with you. We've actually progressed. I want to say that we have landed some really big deals. We got some big deals worked out, and I also want to say we are now sharing a sponsor. Ryan Gardner has reached out and said that he wanted to work with the boys, and we are now going to be working with Bucked Up.
Yeah, he's like one of the most unbelievable humans I've ever met, man. What a good dude he is, man. Really
way cool dude.
And smart as hell, man. He took that thing from nothing, and I don't know, it's worth $1 billion now. I mean, he's unbelievable. Great guy.
What a stud.
Yeah, as you see, we got that buckshot.
Yeah, we can't wait to make a big announcement on that. Everyone knows that that we're in the process of getting everything done with those guys, but the getting the approval from Ryan was massive. It sent us through the roof.
Yeah, no, he's an awesome dude. So that's great, man. Congratulations.
Thank you, bro. Let's wrap it up. All right, so let's get into your wonderful year that you guys had, starting with KM3. You made a fight fan's dream come true by making the Mike Richmond Lorenzo fight happen.
Oh, that's on our slides too.
And it became, in my opinion, the knockout of the year. That's who I voted, I think. We started the year off with a massive bang. Recapping that event, what are your thoughts on the whole, the maybe the idea of Richmond coming back and the possibility of Lorenzo Hunt and Mike Richmond too?
Yeah, absolutely. Look, that was something that I didn't really want to do that match. But the fans asking for it, so I said, let's do it. And the way that Mike Richmond was touching up Lorenzo Hunt in that first round, I was like, I've never seen nothing like this. I can't.
It was wild, bro.
And then all of a sudden,
wild.
Hook comes out of nowhere and just knocks Mike Richmond dead. And you could have heard a pin drop in that arena. And then it erupted. But at first, there was just like, I was like, whoa. I think ending to that unbelievable night. I mean, that was a great night for us because we did the same type of numbers, attendance wise and viewership wise, that we do with the big names, which was huge because what I said was so important about that night. It was all homegrown BKFC.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I think that's what was so special about that night. But that was great. And then, we just moved on to the next big one, and that was game changer for us.
Well, I think in Knucklemania 4, I think there was like 4 fights that ended in the first.
Three.
Okay, yeah. Just people just getting slobber knocked. There's some awesome fights. Like I said, that was my first actual BKFC event I watched. And
the finish rate was what, like 90%?
Yeah, it was insane to be that to be my first one to
Stupid
watch.
high.
So how was it watching your first one though? Like from watching it on TV or on the app to actually watching it in person, a whole game changer, right?
Oh, dude. I mean, just the first live one was here with Kai, and then I met you down in Denver. You're always super gracious to me, and take your time to give me a photo. And you always seem like you're so damn busy, and I feel bad. I'm like, hey, dude, what up? But yeah, to be able to see it live, Knucklemania 3 just set such a high bar, you know what I mean? And it's obviously hard to compare to that every time, but just to be there and I'm lucky enough to be kind of with the media and I'm super close and just hearing those whaps, dude, when those guys are connecting and just, it's a way different pace, a way different feeling, seeing the crowd get behind these fighters that they don't always know, like at 56, kind of watching
Salt Lake
neutral
was
crowd,
badass. Yeah.
a neutral crowd get behind Kai, you know, and so to be there live is way different. It would be fun just to see it live, but I'm very privileged in the way that I get to roll with these guys and meet a bunch of you guys and a bunch of just really chill people. So it just, for me, the experience every time just gets better and better because I get to know these people.
Adding
that
Fenner
much
to
more.
the crew, boss, was the best idea ever, man. This guy networks his ass off. He fucking is, just like he said, we sent him down there because me and Levi couldn't be present for the Denver show. So we sent down
Jug Denver show, not 41.
yeah.
Jug and Mosey.
Jug's Denver show, yeah.
Yeah.
So we sent him down there. He got to mingle around. He's like, dude, it was so nice to be able just to walk around, and they were so nice because of the bus, and that's because of the love that you guys have showed us, man.
Yeah.
BKFC is like our family, man, and when we pull up to an event, it feels like family, and that's what we really love about your company.
It's good, man. I mean, that's the way it's supposed to be. Look, you know, a lot of these guys get too big for the britches, and they forget people that supported them, and you know, it's guys like you that are making this sport grow because you're telling everybody about it, right? And if we treat you like shit, then what are you going to tell people? We treat you good, we're going to tell people.
Hey, we tell the 7-year-old down the hall.
Another thing I live by. I live by it, man. It doesn't cost a motherfucking dime to be nice to somebody.
Right. That's awesome. Yeah, the live shows are great, man. And every time I go, it gets better and better. I was I'm not gonna lie, a little nervous about the Denver card just because, you know, it wasn't like it was like, you know, Lorenzo and Kamosi, but the fights were beautiful, man. There's some really, you know, good dudes. I got to meet Keegan Vandermeer, and I've been staying in contact with him, and some dude. It's just fun to watch. Sometimes I don't want to necessarily say no namers, but these guys really want to go out and prove it.
The homegrowners,
and they just, I think they banged it in Denver, man. That was ended up being a super good card fight wise, in my opinion. So
no, absolutely. And look, you know, obviously I've been to every single one of these things, but I understand that it doesn't matter who's on the card. It really doesn't matter, man. As long as you match up good fights, man, it's gonna
right.
And it was another amazing night there. But, you know, April 29th, that was like game changer for us, right? That was complete life changer for everything that, you know, that we built up to have that.
That's the Mike Perry, Eddie Alvarez.
April 29th.
That was Mike Perry, Luke Rockhold, Eddie Alvarez.
Oh, Rockhold. Yeah. My bad.
Conor McGregor.
That was such a wild event, man. What was it like for a man like Conor to make his presence in your ring? Not only in your ring, but holding your fucking belt.
All that was cool, right? I mean, it was. I'm not going to downplay it. It was fucking unbelievable. But what he said and then what he did after the event, that was like, wow, man, like this is real, man. This guy really likes this stuff, and he's telling everybody about it. And I think it changed a lot of people's minds on it. You know, some people did actually take a couple of steps back because Luke Rockhold got his teeth knocked out, and they were like, wow, this is real shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
But other people were like, wow, this is real shit. On the other end, I love this stuff. And look, man, I had so many people hit me up last night and go, man, I'm watching this event, and it can't even compare to what BKFC is, right?
Yeah.
We're not them, and they're good. And they're great, actually. Actually, I'm talking to them a little bit. I have a couple major partnerships that we're talking to.
Damn.
And
are you talking like roster exchanges with another promotion or like?
Yeah, you know, probably not that. I mean, it depends. It really just depends. But none of my, and that's why I stripped Go, and we'll get into that. But man, April 29th was the biggest night of my professional life. It was a turning point in our career. It got everybody really interested in investing into us, and television networks interested. And so it was just unfucking believable.
Well, when you have the voices of the people, such as, you know, the biggest voice in the fucking world, Joe Rogan, you're in his show on a daily basis. It almost feels like now, not you in particular, but your company is.
Yep.
And he may not be giving you the best of light, but he's giving you guys a lot of shine. You know what I mean? I think his opinion on the sport itself is a little fucking fabricated.
So much so he even wants UFC to go back to gloveless.
Right. It's getting to the.
It doesn't even matter, though. Here's the thing is, man, and my brother actually taught me this, because I used to, anytime someone said something bad about me, I was like, oh, that fucking hurt, man. Yeah. Now they're fucking talking about us. Doesn't matter what they're saying. they're talking.
That's the point I'm trying to make.
Exactly. If you take time out of your life and talk about us,
Right. And not only that, you got, like I said, like he has like, he hasn't necessarily ran you guys down or anything about, he just talks about how brutal it is, but he says it in a way that he doesn't take from UFC's brutality. You know, UFC is just as fucking brutal. They're taking knees to the face and shit while people are on the ground. So, like, you know, what's the difference of that and a bare fist? You know, it's not more brutal than one or the other. People are getting fucked up one way or the other.
we're superficially brutal, and every other combat sport in the world is, you know, internally brutal. I mean, you see the cuts, you see swelling, you do, but you don't see it in a week. It goes down and it's done, and you don't have the concussiveness. You don't have the continued head trauma, facial fractures, hand breaks. You don't have all that stuff that you have in all these other sports. You do, but not at the percentage level that you do with our sport. But at the end of the day, is I always say this too, like I never ever beat on our chest and go, we're safe. We're not safe, man.
Yeah.
Anytime your object is to knock someone out and knock them unconscious, it damn sure ain't safe. But
Right.
when anything else out there, so we have the data that backs it up. So for anybody to say that, it's just really just uneducated for them to say that.
Right, and that's how I felt about Joe. Obviously, it's a fabricated opinion because he works for Dana White. But it's cool that he's talking about it, and it's not only people like Joe Rogan talking about it, but now you have, because of your star fighter Kai Stewart, you got people like Sean O'Malley talking about it. Yep. Right after he won the fucking belt, we had our boy David Potter fucking ask him about Montana and Kai, and that sparked a whole fucking frenzy in itself. That went viral. And you know, before we knew it, we looked at our own metrics and we're like, holy shit, that post is blowing up, dude.
That was insane.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Because you know, when you have someone like who is the face of fucking UFC right now, Sean O'Malley, just winning a belt and then being asked about your fighter, which is insane, you know.
Who won the belt first?
yeah, who won the belt first? Yeah. And you giving Montana their first world title in 43 years, and then Sean winning his a month later was just insane.
Who was the world champion before Kai?
It was some boxer in the 80s, early 80s. I cannot remember his name right now. He didn't hold on to it very long.
That's cool. And let's talk about Kai, the little engine that could.
Yes, sir. Let's go, man.
Just figures out a way to win, man. I mean, look, I gave him no real legitimate chance in this fight, to be honest with you. I really didn't. I just thought Howard Davis was just going to piece him up from the outside, and Kai was having none of that, man. And he shut me. Not that I talk shit on him. I love that guy. What a nice guy he is, man. Really respectful, nice kid. But I just didn't think that his punching skills were going to be able to, you know, let him hang with HD. And man, he made him look foolish.
What an improvement. Going into this fight, actually, my boy clipped it and actually was the one who showed me. He's like, dude, your fucking prediction on Kai's fight was spot on. So I rewatched it and I go into detail and I said, you know, Kai is I think Kai will smother like Howard is exactly what I said what happened. But what Kai did that impressed me that I was not expecting is Kai's improvement in boxing stature. His footwork and his striking ability is improved so much.
He was working that body and stepping in. It was beautiful. He hit that body, working, come from the outside there, and
he's young, right? He's got a lot of room for improvement. He's got a lot of miles down the road to go, man. So, you know, hats off to him, because he didn't just get in shape. He wanted to get better, and now he wants to be even better, more better than he was then, and he wants to get better again, and he's just doing everything he can to make himself better. And look, HD, I don't know if you really know him. Great kid, man. Really good kid. There's some bullshit going around about him that's not true, but he's a really, really good kid. And, you know,
I'm glad you addressed that, David.
Yeah.
We get into it. I just know, you know,
absolutely. Sure. Yeah. We don't want to get into another man's business, but yeah, no, definitely. I'm glad you addressed it.
Yeah. It's happening to a few people that I heard that it's just a bunch of bullshit, but anyway, good kid. And, you know, we'll see him back soon, but you know, who knows? I mean, we could turn Kai Stewart into a superstar, man.
Yeah.
I think that is your superstar. Go ahead, Levi.
I think that Kai just knew that was the game plan, because if you're saying it, then everybody most likely knows that HU is going to try to keep him outside. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
Kai
game plan was
closed
on
that
point.
gap, man.
Shout
Kai
out
closed the gap that I don't think
to
anyone's
Kai
seen.
and
And
Dave.
just like
Yeah.
Jake was saying, we watched a neutral crowd unsure about Kai or HD go from like questionable to hefty,
To back and the boys yelling
hefty. The
hefty.
whole
That was
fucking
us.
stadium erupted, man. We're talking
Yeah, it's fun.
8,200 people yelling. It was fucking
Yeah,
incredible.
Middle of the second, I was like, no one
We
else
got the
was
boss
yelling.
man. He's
It's
calling. Someone's calling the boss.
Middle
No.
of the second, no one's, everyone's just watching the fight. I started it alone, and then I turned around. It was me and Lloyd Mix, the person that instantly joined right
Yeah.
behind me. I was like, "Oh hell yeah, let's go!" Got the
So
whole bitch rocking again.
So now we're talking about Kai being his stardom just skyrocketing, and
Yeah.
we're talking about the coming of next year. What do we got to do to get that Dat win fight in Kai now?
Or even possibly, bringing like adding on to that, bringing that main event to Montana.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely want to come back to Montana. It makes sense. I just
even if it's the Adams Center, we're there.
Yeah.
we'll figure that out for sure.
Hey, let me give you a suggestion, boss man. There's an arena in Missoula, Montana, the Adams Center, and I guarantee that we could sell that motherfucker out, and it would look just like Salt Lake.
How far,
It would
I don't know
look
how many
beautiful.
of those,
It
but
would
it's
be
big.
amazing.
how far is that from where we were?
So we're 2.5 hours from Great
It's
Falls,
130 something miles.
Yeah.
and it's cheaper flights for everyone coming in. Great Falls is a bitch.
Yeah, let's talk about that for sure, man. I definitely want to get. Every time we went out there, the fans showed up. So
Yeah, Montana loves its fighting. For sure.
Yep.
So you've had really 3 massive events in the last year. You already discussed one. Obviously your one with Perry and all them boys, Eddie and Chad, all those guys, Luke. That was a big one. But you also had Cam 3, which was fucking huge. It just felt like it was a different monster. Cam 3 was a monster in itself. I felt like in Albuquerque.
Mhm.
The highs and the lows of KM3 though, right? Like,
Right.
man.
I just think the event was amazing. Then you had Salt Lake, which was incredible in itself. Which was a showstopper in my opinion. In my opinion, that was your biggest show. I think that one was the holy grail of fucking BKFC so far.
It was. I mean, look, it was, but up to that point, before that, it was 41 because it just changed. It changed everybody's opinion on what we were doing.
41
Was
and
that the
56 for
Colorado
sure.
one?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
it.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
right. That's right. That one was
Then
nuts.
you go to Utah and close out the year with the unbelievable event, unbelievable crowd, and just get everybody hyped up for it. We found a new home in Montana, which is, in Utah, which is amazing. And, now we're going into 2024, and our goal in 2024 is to be the number 2 combat sport promotion in the world by the end of 24. And I think we can get there. A few things have to fall in place, and if they fall in place, I think we get there a lot easier.
With the helps of Bryce Hall and his popularity, I
man.
think you guys are just fucking.
That guy.
You guys are just on the right track, man. I mean, just him on the roster and how engaged he's being with the promotion is such a good look for you guys, because he sounds serious about committing to a multi-deal fight with you. I don't know if you guys have announced anything like that. I haven't paid any attention to that particular ordeal, but when I was talking to him privately, he says that he's going to be working with you guys real close in the next year, and that's super exciting to hear about.
Yeah, he is. He actually has some shares in Bare Knuckle, and his influence is definitely going to help us get that demographic into watching what we're doing. But Knucklemania 4 this year is going to be pushed back a little bit into April, and it's going to be in California.
LA?
Let's go.
We're in California. Are you talking LA, San Diego?
Well, we have.
When in
It
April? So
really
that's-
depends. I mean, I'll know this week because I'm trying to sign 2 unbelievably huge names, and if I do, then they go to one place. If I don't, they go to.
Oh shit!
So it just depends on who we get hooked up this week. But we're also going to, like I said, I'm going to the Middle East, and if things go right, we're supposed to sign a contract there on Wednesday for a huge there as well. So
Go, David.
a lot of great things, man. It's really great to be in the position we're in right now. It was tough, man. It was tough. Nobody knows what we had to do to get the money. Like we literally had to do, you know, anything we could do to get the money to make this
We know
company.
all about it. We sell Christian when we need to.
We're good, man. But we did what we had to do, and here we are. Now we have a lot of people that want to throw money to us. So that's a great predicament.
What is that? What's that feel like? Is it kind of tough? Like, obviously, it feels really good that everyone wants to fuck with you now, but is it kind of tough too having some of those people that kind of doubted you coming back now? Not, I don't know.
Like
Like
eating their
obviously
words?
now everyone wants a piece of it now that shit's getting good. You know what I mean? So it's got to be kind of a little. It stings a little bit, but you know, I don't know. How does that make you feel?
Nah, you know what? It doesn't sting at all. It stung when it happened, and now
Yeah.
it's that was the whole purpose of this whole entire road, right?
Yeah.
This entire like everything that we did to get to this, that was it. Proving
Yeah.
everybody, just proving everybody wrong. It wasn't about you're wrong. It was about you think that just watch. Just
Yeah.
watch.
Okay, that makes
Yeah.
more sense.
Yeah, you knew what you had. It
Now
just
they're all saying. I mean, and news is going to come out in the next couple of weeks about something big we're doing, and they really see too. And they literally told me, "Don't ever try this. You got no shot." And now they're talking about changing.
I don't know if that leads into my next question or not, but like you keep talking big deals, and I know last time we talked privately, you were on the verge to announcing something big. Did you announce a TV deal or anything yet, or are you still in the process of it?
We were in talks with Fox, and they actually opted out. Not for us. They just said we're not doing combat sports in 24. We will revisit you towards the middle to end of 24 to talk about 25. But right now, we're just not doing combat sports. But I have another one that we're hoping to get an answer on this week, and that's going to be game changing as well. But the first one,
Sure. Awesome.
Our boy Dakota Dixon's got a question. He says, "Alone from Kai, is there any other big names you'd plan on bringing to Montana? Like any big names you'd want to fight here in Montana?"
I mean, I'm not 100% sure. I mean, some things will make sense for sure, but we'll work on that. I think Kai could be a good main event, and we could definitely bring in some other talent. That
Dave Mundell wants to go hunting up here.
Dave, Dave. I know Dave is interested in Montana.
Yeah, he's. I really like Dave. I grew to have a really good relationship with him now, and he's a real good dude. So I wouldn't mind bringing him up there.
He's funny as hell.
I don't think we're going to bring a huge name up there just because we have to be able to sell the tickets.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And
Kai's a big name here, anyways, man. Kai's name alone will sell out an arena.
Yeah, I think
Swear to
so.
God.
I do.
And he has done it.
Heading into the Middle East tomorrow, man. How long is that flight, and what do y'all got planned over there?
14 hours. I got meetings with the Minister of Tourism of two different countries. I've got a meeting with two princes, and
Holy shit!
yeah, man, it's game changing stuff over there. I got a meeting with a really big guy over there too that has a lot of money that's doing something over there, and it's going to be an epic 3 days that I'm going to be there, and I'm hoping to close some big deals, and I think we're going to because we have a product that's pretty much untouched now. I mean, no one can really touch the kind of excitement that we bring, and a lot of these guys want to get involved. So
if the Saudis do get involved and you do see royal money like that coming your way from the Middle East, man, look at the production they did with just the Tyson Fury fight and shit. That shit looked like a fucking movie.
Yeah, man, they
their presentation was
they're
sick.
not afraid to spend money, but what I just want to make sure it's the right partnership too. It's not just money for one event and then they don't support us, and it's a bad look for us. Everything has to be the perfect way now. That way anything we do in the future always matches what we've done. So we just got to make sure that it's done right. But I mean, I've got interest everywhere over there. I can't see us leaving there without a deal.
Oh yeah, I believe it. So speaking of going overseas, can you talk about your South Africa to Bulgaria trip? That seemed like you're all over the place.
Yeah.
And South Africa was a lot of people showed out for that one. That was supposed to be February 3rd. We pushed that to April just because we wanted to make sure we do it right. Like I said, I don't want to do anything wrong. I want to make sure everything is done right, and a little bit more time is going to make that one right. But we're also going back to Bulgaria March 22nd. 7,000 people were at the first one. We're anticipating 12 for the second one.
Damn.
Got a great partner over there, Lubo. It's just, I mean, it was unbelievable for the first time there. Everybody treated us like kings, so it was a great place to be. We're launching Mexico in May. It was going to be April, but we pushed it back 1 month. We're going to do a monthly show there with a major network in Mexico, and then we're going to Australia. And it looks like we're going to.
Australia's gonna be fucking badass.
Yeah, I think we're gonna end up in Japan probably. And
Yo, what?
yeah, that's going to be a big one for us.
Dude.
Japan, Levi, dude.
Japan, brother?
That's on
Yeah.
our bucket list,
I
David.
was like, if you want someone to
son.
go to Australia, I'm trying to go to
Japan,
Australia.
though, what?
That's so cool, man.
Little
That's-
Australia, little Japan.
One thing
just let the boys know.
One thing I appreciate that you do, it kind of sucks, obviously, to have to push a show back, but the fact that you're willing to just wait a little bit longer to put on the best possible show to make new fans out of people that maybe are on the fence. I think that's a really smart, obviously, and you know what you're doing, but I appreciate that.
One shot to make a first impression on people, right? And that's it is, and we got to.
What about Bulgaria though? That one shot, that one impression was fucking sick, man. That dude,
Bulgaria was dope.
dude, the production was out of control, dude. I love the drapes over the tables. I love the scenery. I loved how the arena was set up. That was beautiful, David.
Sick, and we had two sheiks from the Middle East there that were like, "Wow, this is unbelievable." So
truly, no. I was
that-
sitting there and I was like, dude, Bulgaria is fucking
that
badass.
tableside shit was dope. I
Yeah.
like that.
great. And then we're gonna do we're gonna go back to England in March, and then we're gonna do a few more there. But I think we're targeting August for a major show there. If we sign these two big names there as well, that we think we're going to. So, epic year coming up.
So when you have
yeah.
all these other countries that are starting to get involved, are you going to do like separate champions in different countries and then
That is
maybe
a
do like a championship
fucking awesome
between
question.
the different countries?
Well, now he has an international champion in Mick Terrell. That was
Yeah.
a great question because I was going to ask the same fucking thing. Was now that you have an international champion that's across seas, you know, I mean, are we going to start seeing more of the cross promotion of different countries?
Yeah, we were going to do like BKFC Bulgaria champion and then a BKFC UK champion, and we're not anymore. We're just doing everything's going to be BKFC now. It's just going to be BKFC, and a world champion is going to be a true world champion. It's not going to be a world champion from the United States. It's going to be a world champion from the world. And if that happens to be the United States, then that happens to be the United States. But we're going to welcome these fighters from all around the world. That's really the goal of us going around the world and doing these shows in these different countries, is to get people to know what we're doing, number one, and number two is to find the best fighters in the world.
Oh,
And that really helps with your boxing commission too, right? Now that the commission's involved entirely.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You know, we have a lot of great regulatory things going on around the world as well. And you know, we like I was in the meeting with I was actually last Saturday with California, and one guy really opposed what we were doing, and I was like, holy shit, I can't get a fucking no. Like, there's no way I'm gonna get a fucking no right now. Like, I'm about to get a fucking no for the and we ended up getting yes, and I was like, oh, thank God for that one. It was
He's like, I'm half against it, but I
Like,
guess.
No's motivate the hell out of me, but I don't really want to hear them anymore, man. I'm tired of fucking hearing them. So I just yeses, and we did, and that's going to be epic. But and the reason why I brought that up is Andy Foster and the California State Athletic Commission is the pinnacle of regulatory for combat world. So to get accepted by them, coupled by getting unified rules for bare knuckle, I don't think there's many states out there that are going to say no to us now.
So do you think, with that being said, do you think Vegas will be
Vegas,
next?
Vegas number one, obviously, right?
Yeah. I mean,
If Bobby Combat can go there, why can't bare knuckle go there?
Look, I worried that the UFC might try to not let us in.
Dana's definitely going to step on your fucking
I don't think
britches.
so, man. I'm honestly, man, I just with him and Hunter Campbell, and I've got the best relationship I ever thought I could have ever had with those guys. I got an unbelievable relationship with them guys now. So
Really?
yeah, I don't think they're ever going to step on our toes ever.
Let's go, dude. That's fucking sick. That's a
up.
way big turnaround from the last time I asked you about, you know, that particular situation.
Oh yeah, he was there. Hunter Campbell was there getting slap fight passed, and we just talked. And you know, we talked about a bunch of shit, and he was like, yo, man, he's like, you're a cool dude, man. I said, just trying to grow, man. I'm trying to build this thing, man. I don't talk shit on you or anybody else. He goes, I know you don't, and that's why we like you, and and now we're talking a lot more.
Real recognizes real.
Fucking A, man. You're the boss for a reason.
Laurie Stewart, Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Yeah, actually, if you guys are watching this, make sure you share, like, do all the cool shit, push that algorithm a little bit. Also on top of that, shout out to our boy Billboard Nerds, Rico, man. He ended up in the ER last night. He had some medical issues. So I'm hoping you're healing up, my boy.
Yeah, I hope you're doing all right, buddy.
Yeah, shout out to our boy Rico.
Yeah, so I was just wondering, with because I feel like everybody's so competitive, and especially when it comes to international type stuff, if there was going to be some type of championship between the different countries, as you start to get more and more involved.
UK versus USA.
There might be a time where we do a Grand Prix or something like that and get all the world, maybe. But right now, I kind of like the way we're building it, and we're going to keep on the same trajectory that we're going, and just build it the way that we're building it right now. I think we're doing a good job at it. I think that if we get this major funding come in, it's just going to change everybody's life.
It's exciting, man.
Well, that one guy's going to have something to say about it. If you invite any other champions, Lorenzo Hunt's going to have something to say about it.
That's all right. Look, one thing you got to say about Lorenzo is he fights anybody, anywhere, anytime.
Absolutely.
Talk to hell out the fight. And, he's my guy. And, hopefully I get this thing done in the Middle East, and he comes over to the Middle East and
that would be fucking rad. Bring that man to the world. The world has to meet this guy.
We got to go to the Middle East if that motherfucker goes.
I got a huge name for him. So if we over there.
Lorenzo is the king, David. Like, he's the king of that ring, man. So anytime that he steps in, I know that over here the boys go, but dude, every time, we don't care if he's talking or fighting.
Nah, he's great, man. Look, a lot of these guys are great. Like I said at the last press conference, I think you guys were there. I said, listen, man, I love you guys. I don't like some of you, but I love you guys. Like, there's some that are just jerk offs and they don't want to help us grow, and it's all about them. And I just had my team meeting this week, and I said, listen, there's no I in team. And I said, everybody fucking says that, rah, rah, rah. But I'm trying to tell you guys for 2024, there's no fucking I in BKFC. It's BKFC. And when you want to be I this year, you're not going to work for us anymore, because we have to grow this thing. We have to come together as a team. We have to stop talking shit on each other and stop sabotaging each other and grow like the fucking company we can grow. And the same for the fighters. You have to just talk good about the company. And if you're not, then you don't need to fight for us. You can go fight somewhere else. It's okay. But I think we treat the fighters good enough to warrant them really giving us good compliments and pushing this thing. Same as my team. And if we all come together the right way, nobody can fuck with us.
I love your attitude, man, your morals, and just your guns that you kind of stand by. It's very similar.
Yeah, you guys a good old boy about him that in business world too, which is nice. Speaking of kind of turning the leaf over, or silencing the bullshit. You got a lot of people barking and talking about fucking your champions, like such as Ellen Belcher and then Gogo leaving for a different promotion. What are you thinking as the promotion owner, and what are you going to do to combat that?
Look, we have a plan. I mean, what are we going to do to combat it?
Yes, sir.
That we feel are worth it. We're going to have a contract with them, and they're not going to be able to go anywhere else. So, and that wasn't a dig to these guys. That was like, look, if we value the guys that we want to keep. So we just got finished doing a good contract with Lorenzo Hunt. We want to keep him. We want to keep our guys. But the guys that are telling me, hey, this guy's offering me, a couple $1,000s more, I'm going to go up here, go. And Alan Belcher was offered a lot more money. Good, go. Listen, I know what the fighters are worth to me. And we pay them fair. We pay them good. And I know what they're worth to me. So if someone else wants to pay them more, let them do it, because they're not worth that to me, right? But at the end of the day is, if I'm building them, it's not going to happen. The reason why I was upset at Gogo is Gogo called me for a personal favor and said, hey, I'm having trouble with this. Can you help me out here? And I helped him out, and didn't even get a phone call from him that he was entertaining another fight. That's what bothered me there, right? Because I'm a personal guy. Like, man, I help a lot of these guys, and You know, I just think that that's just a little bit of fucking half-ass respect and class to have, to at least allow me to know that you're talking to someone else, right?
Yeah.
Then I called him and said, hey, I want to know what you want to do. Are you going to do this, or do you want to rework your deal? And he did it without even calling me. So look, you know, I hate to say, but karma took place, and it's a shame, man, because he was such a nice kid, but I don't know what happened. And then there's going to be other guys that are going to do this. You want to know why? Because someone's dangling a carrot in front of them, and it's going to be the guys that understand that that's a poisonous fucking carrot. Don't bite it, because Gogo just ruined the whole thing now. And I'm not
After his performance, it was bad business. Bad business.
can never come back to BKFC ever now. Like, it makes no sense. So now he just blew it there and blew it here. It's a shame for him, because he is a nice kid. But at the end of the day, is we're running a business here, and we do it, you know, with morals, and we do it a certain way. And if you guys, you know,
You guys were really backing his marketing though. Also, I wanted, like, because I remember seeing him on Bucked Up. I remember the what was it? The deep cuts on him. Fucking, you guys did a lot of shit on him.
we
It just
tried.
seemed like
We
seemed like
tried.
there was a lot of branding and marketing done behind somebody that left for, no offense to Karate Combat, because they seem like they got a good thing going on, but like a way smaller promotion.
Yeah, so here's what happens is we blow these guys up, right? As you know, we do. We blow them up and people start talking about them. And then another promotion comes to them and goes, okay, if you're doing so good over there, I'll give you this much money. But they don't know what's really going on over here. They don't know everything. So they lure them over, and then it doesn't work out for them. And now everybody's fucked, because it didn't work out for the promotion, didn't work out for the fighter. And now the fighter's there wondering where he's going to go. And the promotion's going, hey, I just wasted this money.
Yeah.
So now they're kind of really stuck in limbo for sure.
Do you have an official word on, or an official statement on what happened on Karate Combat's live?
Yeah, we put that out. That was a an automatic response. So we hired a firm to combat piracy, and when they do that, we also our copyright strikes are in there as well.
Oh.
Someone airs something of bare knuckle that didn't have permission, it gets a strike, right? So unfortunately for them, they issued a strike, but they were doing a live feed, so that strike turned out to actually pull them down. And as soon as my marketing guy got the alert from YouTube that they pulled it down, he responded by saying, put it back up. We're not going to enforce the strike. Don't worry about it. So we let it continue. But people are talking about us like we tried to shut Karate Combat down. We didn't at all. I actually have a great relationship with the president, Asim. Talked to him yesterday, talked to him today, actually. We might do some things together, but 100% just want to throw that out there. Definitely not intentional. That would be a really petty move if that was intentional. 100% not intentional at all.
See, as a media, we did get response back from people saying that they're like, "Yo, what the fuck?" I was like, I don't know. I don't know what happened there.
Sure, 100%.
Yeah. Like that Freddie Wasabo and Gogo, but like
for what? Really, for what? Why would we do that? It's not like
that's what our answer was. We don't know why they would do that.
So I talked to the guy. I actually fell asleep because I wasn't feeling good, and then I woke up at 1:30 in the morning to messages from him and going, "Hey, I thought we were cool." I said, "We are cool, man." I said, "I don't know what happened, but I heard it was down for 2 minutes or something and went right back up." But it's a shame, man. It is a shame. It's unfortunate, but at the end of the day, it violated a copyright thing, so it triggered an automatic response to YouTube. Nothing we had to do with it. As soon as we found out, we said, put it back up, pull the strike.
I had a couple people ask me about it, and I'm like, I don't know. Let me Facebook message David Feldman.
Turns out he's sleeping. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Can't help you.
Yeah, man. I mean, it makes no sense.
It happens, and
All right, Swiss is dying to ask you a question. Go ahead, Swiss.
Okay, so from having Perry coming from UFC, who this is internet shit that I saw, he didn't even make $1 million fucking dollars, and you paid him handsomely, 1.1 that fucking night. Do you have a lot of fighters looking into you now because of that? They can see that they can make so much more.
Hey, can you guys repeat that question for me?
Okay, so here's the question. He asked with, there's obviously shit on the internet right now saying that Mike Perry made a total of $1.3 million with his UFC career. total, his entirety.
Yeah.
And then he, so far, just being in bare knuckle, he paid. You have paid the man handsomely, he said, with 1.1 million totaled out. Does that encourage, or have you seen a big influx of fighters coming from that direction because of the paydays?
Yeah, absolutely. But that's not completely the truth. The truth is Mike Perry made a lot more than that 1.3 million in his 4 fights here so far. A lot more. So he's he made at least double what he made in his UFC career here in 4 fights.
See, now that's some fucking enticement there. That's awesome, by the way, David. And I know that Mike Perry's worth it.
And listen, exactly. And you just said they were worth it, right? Some of my fighters go, "How you paying them that?" I said, "Listen, man. I said, just because you can fight your ass off, you got to have the following and fight your ass off. Like if I had the best
And be
fight
slick with the mic
that had no following, or a guy with the biggest following in the world that can't fight at all, I'm taking that guy."
Right, Mike Perry is not only very active on the mic. He's not very. He's also not very as super active in the ring, but he's also very active in his personality. You've seen him everywhere. He was at the fucking Fury, fucking Paul shit. He was just everywhere. He was on Joe Rogan. He was everywhere. He was like anywhere you look there. Mike Perry was.
Yeah, he's worth it. He's worth it. He does anything he's supposed to do, and I overpaid a few people, and the few people that I overpaid, I don't think I ever made a mistake on them. I think they brought in eyeballs. I overpaid Paige Van Zandt at the beginning, but she brought in every eyeball.
She ever coming back, David?
Why you fighting bare knuckle? And they all talked about it. I overpaid a few people, but the few people I overpaid, came back tenfold for me. So that, to answer your question, yes, they all reach out to me. I mean, listen, as a guy who grew up in boxing, fought my ass off, my dad trained 7 world champions, going through this whole entire grind, to have guys that I, looked up to and watched on pay-per-view reaching out to me to fight on my fucking company.
Yeah, that's fucking sick, dude.
What the fuck is this, right?
It's so fucking dope.
It's like, wow, man, holy shit. I'm negotiating with this guy who I was sitting at a bar watching his pay-per-view.
It's so cool.
So with this much high-powered talent that's wanting to come to your stuff now, are you going to be able to afford to still kind of go to smaller towns, or just as stuff gets bigger, you're just going to have to kind of go to meccas around the U.S. and stuff?
Because we're doing the prospect series now, we're going to do like the BKFC tryouts. The road's going to be the BKFC tryouts. What's your why, right?
Right. Yeah.
Why you want to fight bare knuckle? Why you're risking getting a scar for the rest of your life? What do you have in you that tells us why you deserve to fight for bare knuckle? And then we're going to do the prospect series. So we're going to do the tryouts prospect series, 12 of those each a year. So those events can go everywhere around in all the different, not the major metropolitan areas. Then we got 6 fight nights, and they can also go in those type of places.
Oh, sick.
Nice.
Bigger number of events are going to have to go into bigger metropolitan areas, because that's where, we need to draw the people at.
Yeah.
But we're going to be all around. We're going to be all around this year, really everywhere. The key to this year is to bring in probably a dozen really huge names, but to really, really concentrate on growing our roster from the ground up.
That's awesome.
That's good to hear, man.
So if you do a prospect series in the Northwest, can we get the boys in on some commentating on some fights?
Hell yeah.
I'm going to do it in Montana, 100%. I'm definitely doing it in Montana. But it's now you have the opportunity to follow the journey of these guys, right?
Yeah.
I started while I fought in prospects. Then they went up to the fight night. Then they went up to the number show. And hey, now maybe they're on the pay-per-view show. Maybe they're on Knucklemania, right? But you follow their journey the whole way up, and you're excited to follow them. So now you're going to tell more people to watch them. And that's the whole key to building this thing from the ground up.
Are you going to be at most prospect series, or like,
Yeah.
what's your plan on making?
Is that more of a Nelson
all of
thing,
them?
or what's going on with that? Yeah.
No,
Shout out to Nelson Lopez.
and Nelson's going to run a lot of them, but I'm going to be there because I want to pick out the fighters, right? I want to pick out the guys that deserve to get contracts to go up to BKFC. So we're going to be around a lot of them. I mean, I got a marriage to worry about here too. I can't leave every day. But,
dude, it's funny that you say that, because that's next on our list, is that you're such a fucking busy guy, man. What do you do in your free time, man? What do you like to do?
honestly, man, like it might sound weird, man, but we're making cookies earlier today. I was like, It's just fucking unbelievable. Like, it was great.
Family time.
I could just forget about everything and just make fucking cookies.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I played cards with my wife and her mom last night. We played rummy, and I was like, this is like the
I'm
best
sick, dude.
night I've had in years. I was like, this is just awesome, just sitting here, not have to worry and spending it with the people I love, man. Like, that's my favorite shit to do.
What? Ty?
That was
awesome.
me and Levi, because we've been so busy since this
Oh.
year actually has turned up. We're much like you, but on a smaller level. We just don't stop. We're always on the go. And me and Levi and our families got together the other night. We played spades, and it was the fucking best time ever, man.
Yeah, man, that's what it is. So the funnest thing for me is, listen, I go to the gym in the morning with David Jr. every single morning, and then just hanging with my family, man. Like, that's the best shit out there, man. All this other stuff, it's great. It's like unbelievable what we're doing. But at the end of the day, it's like when I just stop for a second and realize what life's all about, man, it's home.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
David, I got a guy
Shout
that,
out.
speaking of your son, my son is recently got into the combat sports in the boxing world, and he's preparing only for bare knuckle. He's 14, and he says that, Dad, you make sure you tell David that I need a fight when I'm ready.
Go,
So
man.
I told him, I said, I'll let him know for sure.
Let's get him in prospects.
Hell
That's
yeah.
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Well, I'm hoping to see you if everything works out. I should be down in Albuquerque on the 27th of January. So,
All right, awesome.
I
guys.
wanted to see Bryce Hall's fight in February. I don't know if that'll happen.
right?
Yeah.
If that got pushed back, it might have got pushed back. Who knows what's going
Yeah.
on?
I think it's-
You're a Philly man. Everyone knows you're a strong, proud, and loud Philly guy. Your Eagles are doing fantastic. Are you going to go to the Super Bowl if you get an opportunity?
I might not. I'm actually getting a surgery on December 27th, and it's probably going to take me about 2 or 3 weeks to get better from that. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it. I actually have 2 tickets. I was invited there. If I want to go, I can go, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to. I'll know right after the first of the year if I'm able to do that.
That's why you know you made it when you're starting to get invited to fucking Super Bowl games.
Yeah, shit, no shit, dog.
We in here now.
And he says, I don't know if I'll make it.
Yeah, we'll see. I might have some shit going on.
No,
that's
concerning your
awesome.
surgery and stuff, man, you'll be in my thoughts and prayers. I don't know if this is something I'm gonna say it anyways. Fuck it, it's our show. Nate Shook has reached out to me, and he's a man of God as well, and he sent me a Bible, and I just want to say thank you, Nate. I appreciate it. I really am. I just, my faith has been restored in the last year, and I will have you in my prayers, brother, for real.
Yeah, Nate's one of the best guys out there, man. Like, he's my day one guy. And like I said, I can't wait till next Saturday. It's weird. Like, it's my little Christmas party I do, but I can't fucking wait for this to do what I'm going to do. Like, it's going to be the best feeling that I've had in a long time. I can't.
Just chomping
Yeah,
at the bits.
Yeah, the next
That's
week
awesome.
is gonna be sick, dude. I believe it.
Oh, dude, I'm excited for your guys, man, because I can't wait for that day for our guys too, man. Everyone that backs our team, because we have a lot of support, and I can't wait to reward them for everything.
Awesome.
So I got a question. If the Niners, I'm a huge Niners fan. So if the Niners and the Philly end up bumping in the playoffs, we got a little 50 spot on it, or?
Yeah, of course. You have to.
Yeah, he
Alright.
says, run it. That
Alright.
money on the floor,
All
then.
right.
Of course.
That's a big if, but all right.
No.
You heard it.
On the topic of Philly again, you have some heroes of mine personally. They run one of the world's biggest podcasts, $1 million worth a game. Gilly the Kid and fucking Wallow. Are you ever going to get onto their fight podcast? Because those guys are huge in the fight world. $1 million worth of game is about entrepreneur mind states and
Yeah, like I said earlier, I think they talked to my brother, but if you reach out to them, if you talk to them, tell them, yeah, let's run that for sure, man. I mean, I have to be on a podcast like that. I heard nothing but good things about it.
Yeah, they're the shit, man. And it would just, I know the fans would go bananas, your fans and theirs, because they are such fight fans, and you are the king of fucking bare knuckle. So, I mean, it only makes sense for those guys to chop it up with the king.
100%, man. That would be great, man. Yeah, if you guys can run that, let's get it
I'll
going.
see if I can work some magic for you.
All right, sounds
What's
good.
it? Philly's got a lot of history, man. What's it kind of like to be kind of the king of Philly right now? If
Yeah.
you will? Like, you know what I mean? You're doing some big shit there, and you're putting a whole ass sport like on the map. Like, what's it
You
like?
are the
kinda-
king of Philly, bro.
What's it
Yeah,
like
fuck
rolling
yeah.
around?
Any
And,
album,
He is
like
the king
that?
of Philly.
I'm about to get legal in Pennsylvania, which was a huge thing for me because, like, I started this shit. I broke my balls, man. I bled for this shit, and my state wouldn't allow me because the old commissioner had a personal vendetta against me, just didn't like me. And I'll get into off air one day, and you guys will be like, "Wow, no shit." You guys will love that story. I promise you. But
I'm putting that in the back of my mind.
Yeah.
I was like,
but I just want to do a show here, and once we do a show here, I think we'll do 15,000 people here easy. Eddie headlines it, and we'll do it at the Wells Fargo Center. We're working on it now. We're just getting that date where we're going to be legal. But man, look, to come from nothing, like, again, I didn't come from nothing. No one gave me anything. I never had a fucking anything in my life. Nothing. I crawled, clawed. I did everything I had to do to get here, man. And I was always told I would be a fucking loser and a piece of shit and nothing in life growing up. And I said that can't be what I'm doing. That's not going to be how my story ends. And that's where I want to end this podcast. I'm going to have to go in a minute just to tell everybody that you're in control of how your fucking story ends, man. You are in control. Like, no matter the cards you're dealt, no matter what people told you.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Yeah, blow up. Sorry, we'll wait for him. Shout out to everybody out there watching. Thank you.
Christmas and sponsors.
Everyone drop a share and a like, and we appreciate you.
He was just dropping some big dick knowledge, and then his shit
straight
cut
up.
out.
You got a call, so
Christian was feeling it. Just keep talking, I guess.
Spit on our sponsorship.
Halftime Sports Bar, best sports bar in town, and Taco Treat.
Check them out.
You know what it is. They sponsor the boys.
The boys
There
love
he is.
them.
There he is.
Oh, there he is.
All right, Bax, what are you saying? Nope.
Oh, he's coming back-ish. I'll message him.
Stones problems in.
Yeah.
Cardinals are up 7-0 on San Fran right now.
El Cardinals.
Nope. I think he's out.
Well, all right. Halftime Sports Bar and Taco Treat. Shout out to you. And then Kyle Hudson Trash Removal. If you guys want anything removed, get a hold of that man, Kyle. He'll has the manpower to do it. And he's such a good guy. He offered 1 full day of trying to get my mother-in-law's house back in order. So
shout out to Native Grown. Shout out to Bucked Up. Shout out to Jamie St. Mark. Shout out to Kaylin Legg. Shout out to Beard Wisconsin. Unger Sales.
All right, this is old as fuck, and I'm gonna shoot it right now live on the internet.
The Cowboys are trash.
Are you really?
Yep.
Let's go. He's gonna take a Bucked Up shot, baby. Here we go.
You said you were gonna butt chug it. What the fuck, dude? Sorry.
Slam it, tits. Let's go.
He said he was about to cut off the episode, and I was going to be like, David, I wanted to apologize. Be like, hey, Tylen tells me that I big brother your ass. Do you feel it?
You should have.
I was going to, and then this shit spazzed out.
That sucks, man.
Actually, I didn't know that was a thing until you brought that up to me.
Very much a thing.
Yeah.
All right, and with that, we're going to shout out to our boys, 20 past 4.
Like 4 other pictures I took with them.
What'd you do?
This fucker, dog. I swear, man.
Apparently, I
big brother's David every
Feldman
time,
in
dog.
every picture I take with him.
Oh, you arm around him?
No, dude. Dude, I told you, bro.
All right, with that,
I didn't know it was a thing.
look out for Jake, big brother.
Merry Christmas,
If you
motherfuckers.
fucking run into me, I'm wrapping my arms around you.
Merry Christmas, motherfuckers, you filthy animals. Welcome to the Weekly Buzz.
I love you.
Play some exit music when we out.
I literally looked at like 4 other pictures.
It's bus water, bust through, and bus moves. Stay true to kill. killer to stay smooth. Handsome brothers stay set in the mood, but they wanted funky rhymes from the brother so cool. Trying to check the vibes and set the conversation. The keenest minds to find this observation. I'm on 10 podcast, so dope, now face it. We'll be the first to declare our greatness. Checking out, check out, I'm checking it twice on the weekly. I'm busting, cause busting is life. If you don't know, now you do though. You should peep game, that'd be cool though. Cause your part is crucial, so get on the movement. If you ain't busting, don't know what you doing. Wasting your time and ignoring the truest. Some of the realest, they greatly influence. Kings in Montana creating a movement. Scrapping or rapping or laughing or acting. It really don't matter, cause this is our passion. We busting and trusting, it really is something. When it comes to our family, you know that we love them. That's how we roll. Montana in the house and we taking control. Podcast kings in the place to be. We taking over, just wait and see.
Slow down and catch the vibe. Weekly buzz, but we on the night. No bull stand true and tried. It's bus world, it's ride or die. Slow down and catch the vibe. Weekly buzz, but we on the night.